Hey YouTube, Andy47357 here. Today I got a 1917 Gewehr 98 with a 29.1 inch barrel. This is a World War I rifle chambered in the 8mm Mauser. This thing has a bent bolt, which means that it actually was one of the Mausers that actually had the tighter groups, and used one of the rare, hard to find German scopes that would mount it back here on the back side of the Langer visor sight. I think that's how it's pronounced. Up here we have a non-shrouded scope. We have a non-shrouded front sight, which means that it's easier to knock the sight around and actually take it out of sight placement. And after the 98 years of this rifle being around on this face of the earth, it has lost its cleaning rod up here in the front. This rifle has all the proper markings to be a 1917. This one was actually made at the Mauser factory in Oberndorf, Germany. How to disassemble the Mauser. Now what you want to do first always is put the thing in safe and check the action first. So the action's clear. We'll put this thing back in. By the way, if you don't already know, this is bolt lock. So what you want to do when disassembling it to get the bolt out, you always want to put this in the safe mode, because you do not want this to go forward, because it's harder to get the thing apart. So the next step is to always pull the tab out, open the bolt, pull all the way out, it comes right out. And what you want to do next is take apart your firing pin mechanism. You want to push in this pin right here, spin it around, it comes out, it's threaded in. You unthread it, it comes right out. The next step is the reason why you got the hole in the back of the stock, is to push out the firing pin to take apart the rest of the action. So you push in, rotate the back of the firing pin out, comes off, and you're under spring tension right now. You take this off, your safety comes out when it's in the lock position. That comes out, you take out your spring and your firing pin, and then there's another piece that you can take out. We're doing that, push in and then push out, and I want to use a little red stick to unlock it, push that out, comes right out, and there's a spring in there. Knock it out, and then you soak all this and you clean it up, and then when you go to reassemble the rifle, I'll show you later. Okay, now let's reassemble this Mauser. Okay, so the first things first, you want to reassemble the locking piece that holds the rear part of the firing pin mechanism into the bolt. So what you want to do first is make sure you got your spring on the back of your tab here. Make sure this piece is sticking out towards this side. So you put the spring in first, followed in by the tab, and then you push inwards on it. And when you do this, you want to rotate it. Now, the soldiers would have used a bullet or something, but I don't want to waste no bullets, so I'm just going to do this. And you want it to stick out to here, goes there. Now next thing is to insert your safety, put it into the locked position, because there's actually a knot there that actually is the only way to get your tab out. So you push that all the way in, put it into the safe position, put your firing pin and spring back together, put those into your action. You know, it has to line up just right. See, this thing has a non-circular piece, it has flat sides, so you push that in. Now what you want to do is take your stock again, use the disc in it, push down on it all the way down, and you take the retaining lug on it and you turn it up. Now what I just did is what you don't want to do when you take this thing apart. So what you want to do is have this thing in the safe position. So what you want to do is push down again on the stock, using the firing control mechanism. Put this thing on the safe mode. Now you have a completely reassembled fire pin control group, I call it. And you want to insert this back into the bolt on the back side, and you spin it until it stops. See right there, it stopped for me. And now what you want to do is put it back inside the rifle, and you don't have to pull open the tab, but it does help with guiding it in. There you go, safe's off. Checking the action again, just make sure. Works. That's how you reassemble the Mauser action. Today's ammo is brought to you by Hilltop Pawn. Hilltop Pawn is where you go to buy all ammunition needs. They are located off of Highway 78 in Snellville, Georgia.